All right, let's talk about something that holds more solopreneurs back than anything else: choosing the right niche and business model. Because here's what I see all the time: you're excited to get started building your online business, but you're not quite sure which niche to choose. You don't want to pick the wrong business model and waste months or years going in the wrong direction. And every time you think you found something, you second guess yourself a month or two later and wonder if there's a better option or if you made the right choice. And let's be real, that whole process, we've all been through it. You're not alone, but it's overwhelming, isn't it? And today, it's so much worse than back when I first started doing this years ago. Everywhere you look today, someone's telling you, start an agency. It's the fastest way to six figures. Coaching is the best way to scale. E-com, SaaS, affiliate marketing, pick one and go. But here's the problem. You don't build a business by picking a model first. You build a business by solving a problem. Let me say that again. You build a business by solving a problem. The business model is just a vehicle that delivers a solution. And that's exactly what we're going to work through today. So we're going to use the Niche Finder framework, a simple 3-step process to help you choose the right niche and business model so you can move forward with clarity and confidence. And by the time we're done, you'll know the exact niche you should focus on, you'll have a profitable problem people are already paying to solve, and you'll know the right business model for you because everybody wants to build a different style of business, okay? Now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not already in the Solopreneur Playbook, again, link in the description, solopreneurplaybook.com. It's absolutely free for this framework. Don't worry about it. Go over to solopreneurplaybook.com and you'll have access to the tool that we're going to use on the screen here today. So step 1 is choosing your niche. Now, I know a lot of people stress about this, but we're going to keep it really simple. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You just need a starting point. So here's the easiest way to pick a niche. Ask yourself, what am I already interested in, skilled at, or have experience with? It could be something you've done professionally. It could be something you've figured out in your own life. It could be something that you're just excited to learn more about. You don't have to be an expert, but you do need interest and stamina. If you don't actually enjoy talking about this niche, you'll burn out fast. Trust me. Here's a good example. If you spent years figuring out, let's say, fitness and nutrition for yourself, that's already a great starting point for a niche. But for now, you can just say, fitness, nutrition, weight loss, go ahead with that. And then once you have a niche, we need to find a problem that people are willing to pay to solve within that niche. Because remember, at the core of every business is a problem that's being solved. So let's say your niche is fitness. Again, fitness is too broad once you're looking for the problem. But if you find that people keep asking, how do I lose weight without spending hours at the gym? Now you have a specific, profitable problem to solve. So here's a little pro tip. Everybody wants to find a brand new niche. But the easiest way to build a business is to focus on problems people are already paying to solve and just offer them better solutions, okay? It's the easiest way to go. Once you know what problem you're solving, the next step is choosing how you'll deliver the solution. There are 3 core business models, okay? And we're going to take a look at each one here so that you can decide which one's right for you. So let's take a look. The first one is DIY, okay? Do it yourself. So these are digital products, courses, memberships, right? Where you're going to provide a product and your customers are going to do the work themselves. So some of the pros are this is passive income and it's highly scalable, right? There's no limit to the number of people that you can help. And once you make the product and you sell it, you can sell as much as you want forever, and it doesn't take any more work for you to deliver. The cons are it takes a little bit more work up front to get off the ground. And if you build the right product, a lot of times you're not going to know until you've already invested a ton of hours into it. The next type is done with you. So these are typically coaching businesses, consulting businesses, group programs, right? Something where you're guiding somebody through them doing the work, all right? And that's why you see the coaching and consulting style of things, right? Where you're giving them guidance and feedback on the work that they're doing. So some of the pros are, you can charge a higher price point, right? Faster results for clients can equal a higher price that you're charging. The cons are, again, it requires a little bit more time. And because a lot of this is group coaching and stuff like that, it's hard to launch it right away, but it can be done. The last one is done for you. So this is where you're actually doing the work. You're building the website. You're, designing their nutrition plans, by hand. You're building their marketing systems. Okay, done for you is where you're actually doing the work, typically as a freelancer or agency type of work or services, right? That's done for you, where all the work is done. You're doing all the work for your customers. Okay. So now, some of the advantages to this is it is by far the fastest and easiest way to get going and making money. Okay. But the cons are it's a little bit harder to scale. And it can, because again, you only have so many hours in a day, and it can feel like a job if you don't structure it properly. Okay. You don't want to be a slave to your business. That's not the goal with being a solopreneur. We want to build businesses a lot of times that can run without us. Okay. Most sustainable businesses will start with one of these models. And then as they scale, as they grow, they'll add other offers for the other models, right? So you'll see a lot of businesses that'll have um, lower ticket products, the do it yourself. And then they'll have, a group coaching option, maybe, right? A done with you, and then a done for you, where they'll do the work for you. These are for the VIP clients, the highest paying offer, right? That's typically how you'll see a lot of businesses structured. So again, if we're going back to that fitness example, you could sell a do-it-yourself program teaching people how to lose weight at home, right? You just give them the program, an online course maybe. You can offer done with you coaching to give them personalized guidance. They hop on calls, you can give them feedback, stuff like that, right? And you can also run a done for you meal prep service that does everything for you, preps all their meals locally in your area and delivers, right? So that's a little bit of an example. There's no right or wrong model, okay? It all depends on what fits you the best in your long-term goals and the type of lifestyle you want to live with your business. Again, we don't want to become slaves to our business, right? So here are the 3 steps. Choose your niche, pick something you have interest in, skills or expertise in, right? Find a profitable problem, look for problems people are already paying to solve, and then decide how you want to solve that problem. Do you want to offer them a way to do it themselves? Do you want to do it with them? Or do you want to do it for them? All right, so it's time to start researching. Now, you're in the Niche Finder Framework generator here. And of course, it's going to look like this if you haven't generated any niches yet. But this is something you can come back to anytime. So once you have generated some niches, as long as you hit the save button up here, when you come back, you can come back at any time and you'll see them here and you can go through them. So what we'll do is we'll start out by just entering in any niche. Okay, you can try as many as you want, but let's just start with an interest that you have. Let's say candle making. And what you want to do is you want to give it a minute. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to do all the research and for it to come back with a result. So don't think that it got hung up just trying to get the result for you. It's all right. Give it a couple minutes, go grab a coffee, come back, and it'll be ready for you. Great. So the result is back, and we can just hit this button here to open up candle making. And these are all of the problems. And not all. I mean, I'm sure that there's others you can think about, but here are some example problems in the candle making niche, right? So let's say, eco-friendly sourcing challenges. So when you click on one, it's going to show you 3 different options. Again, a do-it-yourself type of business, a done with you, and a done for you. Let's look at another one. Let's say that you look at this and, you're not quite sure. Then let's add another one. Let's say weight loss for new moms. Great. So now we'll come down, weight loss for new moms. So again, some of the problems, lack of time, right? Emotional eating, right? Body image issues. There's so many different things here. Let's say lack of time. Let's choose that, right? So you can create an online program, right? An online course with flexible, quick workouts tailored for new moms, 15 to 20 minute intervals perfect during nap times. That's great. Done with you. Guided coaching programs where, you have a supportive community, weekly calls. Maybe they can do some type of workout together on the call, right? Who knows? There's endless options, right? And then, of course, the done for you in this case would look a little bit different. Now, obviously, if you're looking at an online business, delivering equipment and sending gear to their home probably isn't in the cards for you. But there's no reason why you can't create these programs specific for that exact person. You can tailor their nutrition for their specific, budget, what they have access to in the grocery stores, right? So you can help make, again, it's a more customized, hands-on service that you're selling here. So what I would do is I would just go through some of these. Again, you can research as many as you'd like. If you're having trouble finding one, or you see one or two that kind of stand out, but you can't really decide, remember, you want to commit to something long term. So you don't have to decide, you don't have to do this all in one shot. You don't have to decide it right now. Find a couple that you like, right? Mark them down, and then go out, go for a walk, go grab a coffee, come back tomorrow even, and then take a look and see if there's one or the other that really stands out after that. A lot of the times I'll find that if I get away a little bit, when I come back, the answer is much more clear. Okay. So remember, don't overthink it. Clarity comes from action. And if you're still feeling stuck, go back through this process again. You're not locked into one decision forever, but the sooner you can choose a direction and commit to that, the sooner you can start building your online business. All right, so real quick, if you got any value from this video, again, hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what niche you picked and what business model you have. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to get back to you. If you're not a part of the Solopreneur Playbook, head over. You can use the tool absolutely free. And I really hope that this helps get you off the ground and get you thinking about the right kind of business that you can build. So get after it, and I'll see you on the next one.